Good evening, everyone. It is I, again alone in the Smyrna car. May I do this? What is this configure controls nonsense? Hang on. Playing a video game with my son, which is a lot of fun. It's like, I don't know what it's called anyway. Very fun game, but it involves using the Xbox controller plugged into the USB, and my pedals would interfere with that. So, all right, so we wanted to take a quick look at a few things here. First of all, what is field of view? I think that's related to playback, so let's change that. At some point, I want to ask Tongi about how to properly set that. Yeah, so like for example, we know that my wheel force is in reality 8 Newton meters. And that the max force around here, according to, it's somewhere in this range, right? But if we're running this at 65%, what's 65% of it? Well, all right, let's try it. I think it was down at 5.6 before. Anyway, I'll have to ask him about that. Auto shift, well, normally we want auto clutch, but this doesn't have any of that stuff. What we were more interested in was related to fuel and stuff, which probably isn't going to be here. So let's go out of this. Sure. Let's go to garage. Alright, this doesn't have anything to do with fuel. Oh, we can check our tread at some point here. Alright, so I guess none of that stuff really matters. Alright, one other thing we're going to go to check on is in the options, and we're going to go back to sound, and yeah, we're running lower sound. So is this going to be loud enough? Answer, probably not. Oh, yeah, that's pretty loud. Yeah, I'm just trying to get a sense of it. And they're off. Alright, I guess this is what we'll go with, guys. Am I getting enough out of the shakers? Before we get started, I want to spend some time playing around with that. Sorry, that's just not enough energy. Alright. This is the problem. Playing back the shakers. Let's see what that feels like. It's gonna be crazy loud. Right, why does the car feel like that? Why is the grip? Why is the... Oh. Did I accidentally fuck with the force feedback? No, I want S1. Nope, I want S2. And let's send is auto force feedback is let's try 80 for right now. I don't know, something's feeling off and kind of weird, so bear with me. I'm just not getting any.
1 minute 44.716.
It's very odd. The front, like, I let that snap on purpose. I'm not getting wheel lock. Oh, you know what? It's how it messed with my... I just messed with a setting. Let's see how that works out.
One minute 22.252.
This feels really weirdly. Alright, let's go over here for a sec. Where's that ding dong? Alright, so if we make the wheel force Alright, so is there any place here where you're other than this? Alright, so let's go on to the wheel. Alright, I am sort of just setting everything to 100. So I'm putting the wheel, in the Fanatec thing as well at 100. I don't don't know why I'm having... I keep messing with my shaker configuration, and when I do so, it completely changes the force feedback of everything. Yeah, okay, that feels different. I don't get the savage...
Your car has too much damage, we've got to fix it.
I don't get the savage grip. What would I do differently here? Okay, so I've got... let's say force feedback up. That's really interesting. Okay, this is going to sound completely insane. But you know how when you turn the wheel like this, you're forcing the tire to turn in a weird way that it doesn't like? And it kind of jacks the car a little. So, you can feel the body of the car move. Well, right now I can feel that through my pedals. That's pretty awesome. Oh, wow. Anyway. Alright, so this could be... Let me keep playing with the curve for road slip. Hang on. This may well be too much, but let's give it a shot, shall we? Alright, good. I can feel the tires doing their... Alright.
16.807.
I like it. So... what we are going to do is quit out of the session. Okay. All right, now that I'm confident in my situation, I am going to begin the next stage. I will return in just a brief moment. In the background, my son will play piano for you. Alright, I've returned. I'm refreshed, and I'm ready to throw myself once again into the fray. Let us do so with gleeful abandon and bring honor to our dojo. Alright, tonight's plan is the same plan as last night. Basically go around this track 116 times without crashing. Basically. Idea is just to go run laps, see what kind of lap times you can do with tires as they get old, really old. So, we are, as they say, off. It occurs to me I don't have my pals from Crew Chief running. So let's get Claire and Jim. Remind me later. Okay. Great. Thanks. Alright.
Radio check.
Spotter, radio check.
Cow, you guys are loud. I guess the problem is we got the game.
Radio check.
Spotter, radio check.
Yeah, let's bring you down all the way.
Radio check.
Spotter, radio check.
Radio check.
Spotter, radio check.
Alright, that I can live with. Let's go. Sorry. You know what? Let's just kill that lap.
Pit lane speed limit is 56 kilometers per hour.
16.295. 16.376.
You're currently 0.1 off your best. That lap was at 16.475. That puts you 0.2 off your best. You've just done a 16.4. You're now 0.1 slower than your best. That lap was at 16.4. You're now 0.1 slower than your best. That was at 16.6. That puts you 0.3 off your best. That was at 16.6. You're currently 0.3 off your best. Lap time was 17.2. That puts you 0.9 off your best. That lap time was 16.8. You're currently 0.5 off your best. You've just done 16.6. You're now 0.3 slower than your best. That lap time was 16.6. That puts you 0.3 off your best. Last lap time was at 16.9. You're now 0.6 off your best. That was at 16.9. You're currently 0.6 slower than your best. You've just done a 16.7. That puts you 0.4 off your best. Lap time was 16.7. You're now 0.4 slower than your best.
Quite a bit more of a workout
You've just done a 16.6.
with
You're
the
currently
wheel at 100,
0.3 off your best.
full power. This is the 8 Newton meter DD. The difference I'm feeling at the wheel at full power,
16.5. You're currently 0.2 off your best.
there's just a lot more little detail. I mean, in addition to there being more force required, there's just a lot more detail.
The lap time was at 16.7. You're now 0.4 off your best.
it's just like the little actions when you like the wheel kicking around, right? There's fine detail there.
Slower than your best.
Stuff that's coming off the wheels, etc. The little hoppy hop of the tire. If you mute the wheel down, of course, mute that down, and the subtle ones are subtle enough that they go away. If you've got it filtered, 35%, so you lose 35% of the feel, effectively. So, when you're running at full power like this, you're not losing anything, and it feels pretty damn good. Now, the trade-off is my arms is getting tired. It's also more violent. It's harder on your body because the torque is coming at you full power. So all of the things that you've seen manifested in the steering wheel, I guess in the drawn version of this, the wheel kicking around and stuff like that. When the wheel kicks, it's kicking me. I feel the tire does its thing. I'm feeling it. Alright.
16.785.
16.8. You're currently 0.5 off your best.
I'm now gonna have to be a little bit more of a nursemaid to these tires than a sparring partner.
16.822.
16.8. You're now 0.5 slower than your best.
It's like a endurance kart race. Put down good laps. Don't be a dumbass.
16.675.
You're now
If you don't be a dumbass, it makes it a lot easier to put down good laps. One does tend to get bored and then starts getting carried away, and one mind wanders.
16.781.
That lap time was 16.
And then you get pulled back to reality, and then you get in full panic mode. Like, help me! Oprah Winfrey!
16.609.
16.6. That puts you.
Hey, Nick, what's up, buddy? Do you want to play the game? Okay, let me finish what I'm doing. It's going to take me probably another 20 minutes, and then we do.
16.5.
Okay, I'll call you.
0.6. You're currently 0.3 off your best.
Alright. I have no idea how far into this we are.
16.709.
Last time it was about 115 laps. 116 to be exact. So, I figure it'll be about the same tonight. And I figured we've probably done about half of that. If I recall correctly, last night's session was 46 minutes, or 47 minutes and a half, something like that. I think we've probably been at this for 20 minutes. I could be wrong. Time does not move in the same way on a track. So each rotation you would think would fix you in time, but I get lost. And sometimes I'm like, didn't I just finish a lap? And it's like, no, this is the first turn. Or, the second turn, dude. Anyway, you lose track of where the hell you are, and time stops feeling normal. And I guess, you could be counting laps, but I have no idea what lap number I'm on. It's probably on my dash somewhere, but I don't really have the bandwidth or the ability to spend too much time searching around the dashboard. So if I did that, I would crash. Or I would have to slow down a lot, which I don't really feel like doing. So anyway, it sort of doesn't really matter what lap I'm on. The answer is no. No, it does not. I could be on lap 3 million or 3. They're all the same. It's exactly the same track.
16.819.
16.8.
It's just your tires.
Slower than your best.
That would be an interesting track surface after 3 million laps.
16.906.
Time was 16.9. You're currently 0.6 off your best.
16.915.
16.9. That puts you 0.6 off your best.
All right, so now we're in the hucking big bombs phase, where I have no more.
16.581.
Yeah, we
You're
got
currently
it.
0.3
So we're doing
slower
the
than your best.
big, wide, slow.
That was 16.6.
Yeah.
You're now 0.3 off your best.
It's funny how like you can drive an oval completely differently. Well, I mean, obviously it's not.
16.545.
Sure, of
That was
course.
16.5. That puts you 0.2 slower than your best.
16.63.
Your lap time was at 16.6. You're currently 0.3 off your best.
16.63.
Your lap time was 16.6. You're now 0.3 off your best.
16.758.
You've just done a 16.8. That puts you 0.5 off your best.
16.73.
Your last lap time was at 16.7. You're currently 0.4 off your best.
17.018.
You're now 0.7, slower than your best.
16.709.
Puts you 0.4 off your best.
16.612.
You've just done 16.6. You're currently 0.3 off your best.
'That felt nice.
16.624.
Was at 16.6. You're now 0.3, slower than your best.
16.512.
16.5. You're currently 0.2 off your best.
16.565.
16.6. That puts you 0.3, slower than your best.
16.657.
16.7. You're now 0.4 off your best.
16.835.
16.8. You're currently 0.5, slower than your best.
16.732.
That puts you 0.4 off your best.
16.785.
That was at 16.7. You're now 0.4 off your best.
Gosh, that felt good.
16.608.
That was at 16.6. You're currently 0.3 off your best.
16.681.
Last lap time was at 16.7. That puts you 0.4 slower than your best.
16.757.
Was at 16.8. You're now 0.5 off your best.
16.752.
16.8. You're currently 0.5 slower than your best.
17.02.
17.0. That puts you 0.7 off your best.
16.692.
You're now 0.4 off your best.
16.596.
That puts you 0.3 off your best.
16.685.
You've just done 16.7. You're now 0.4 off your best.
16.661.
16.7. You're currently 0.4 slower than your best.
16.71.
That lap time was 16.7. You're currently 0.4 slower than your best.
16.726.
That lap was at 16.7. You're now 0.4 off your best.
17.025.
That puts you 0.7 off your best.
17.314.
Was at 17.3. You're currently 1.0 slower than your best.
Right there, I was sort of far away, just completely zoned out. I started drifting and being like, and then I was sort of like, maybe this isn't a good idea. Not that I was like trying to do that on purpose, but being a little less thoughtful. So I was thinking about whatever it is that I was thinking about, but I wasn't really paying attention. Your eyes are paying attention, but you're not really paying attention.
Just done at 16.9. That puts you 0.6 off your best.
17.123.
17.1. You're currently 0.8 off your
Alright, I
best.
bet you I can get back down to 16 and a half.
16.907.
The lap time was at 16.9. That puts you 0.6 off your best.
16.908.
Your lap time was 16.7. You're now 0.5 slower than your best. That was 17.0. That puts you 0.7 off your best. Last lap time was at 16.7. You're now 0.4 off your best. That lap was at 16.8. You're currently 0.5 slower than your best. That lap was at 16.8. That puts you 0.5 slower than your best. That lap time was 16.8. You're currently 0.5 off your best. You've just done a 16.8. You're now 0.5 off your best. That lap was at 16.8. You're currently 0.5 slower than your best. You've just done a 16.8. You're now 0.6 off your best.
Those tires are getting tired. As is my right arm.
That lap time was 17.4. That puts you 1.1 seconds off your best. You've just done a 17.0. That puts you 0.7 off your best. The last lap was at 16.9. You're currently 0.6 off your best. That was at 16.7. You're now 0.4 slower than your best. That last lap was at 16.8. You're currently 0.5 off your best.
There we go.
You've just done a 16.8. You're now 0.5 off your best.
That was a dicey catch. Oh god, that feels good right there. Totally locked in. By the way, right there.
That lap time was 16.9. That puts you 0.6 slower than your best. The lap time was at 16.8. You're now 0.5 off your best. The last lap time was at 16.7. You're currently 0.4 off your best. You've just done a
16.87.
16.7. That puts you 0.4 slower than your best.
God, that felt locked in right there. I mean,
16.756.
That puts you 0.5
a
slower
terrible
than your
exit.
best.
Jeez, that was an amazingly... Like, there's something about the tire right there. Ooh, no, ooh, yeah. It's probably really slow, though. Because with fresh tires, you're like doing 90 to 93 miles an hour around that turn. From what I can gather from my replays.
16.802.
16.8. You're currently 0.5 off your best.
Alright.
$17.06.
Slowly.
17.1. You're
You guys
currently
can see them
0.8
fighting
off your
tire a
best.
little.
You've just done 16.9. That puts you 0.6 slower than your best. That was at 16.8.
16.843.
You're now 0.5 off your best.
God, these cars are done.
17.0. You're currently 0.7 off your best. That lap was at 17.7. That puts you 1.4 seconds off your best. That lap was at 16.7. You're now 0.4 slower than your best. Last lap time was at 16.9. You're currently 0.6 slower than your best. You've just done 16.9. That puts you 0.6 off your best. Last lap was at 16.8. You're now 0.5 off your best. That lap time was 16.8. You're currently 0.5 slower than your best. You've just done 16.8. You're now 0.5 off your best. Lap time was at 16.8. That puts you 0.5 off your best. You've just done 16.8. That puts you 0.5 slower than your best. That was at 16.7. You're currently 0.4 off your best.
16.883.
Your lap time was 16.9. You're now 0.6 off your best.
That was a pretty wild turn. A little aggressive, shall we say, but it worked out.
17.015.
Your lap time was 17.0. You're currently 0.7 off your best. That lap was at 17.0. You're now 0.7 off your best.
That was interesting. That felt really good, even though this is very slow. I guess it's because the tires are so dead that
You
where
have
they
about
do get
5 laps of fuel left.
where they do get grip,
16.77.
That was at 16.8. That puts
it's
you
like really
0.5
good grip.
slower
I
than your
guess I
best.
don't know.
16.89.
All right.
16.9. That puts you 0.6 slower than your best.
Interesting that I'm finishing up. So it looks like the tires are good.
16.68.
Last lap time was at 16.7. You're currently 0.4 off your best.
God, these tires are done.
Two litres left. You've just done at 17.5.
You've got about 2
You're now
laps of fuel.
0.3 off your best. That was at
16.905. You have about 1 lap of fuel left.
1 lap of fuel left.
Don't forget to pit this lap for more fuel.
Yeah, thank you. We're gonna just run out.
Lap time was
17.126.
17.1. You're now 0.8 off your best.
You're out of gas.
What's your speed limit in the pits?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we did it. All right. Quick examination of our laps. First lap was the fastest lap with a 16.295. Then a bunch of pretty good, decent laps. Yeah. So this one I got a little further. I got 1 extra lap in 117 laps. All right. Well, I guess